Peacemaker.
Boom.
Let's
Peacemaker.
talk Peacemaker episode 4. No,
That's 3.
episode 4. The Chode Less Traveled.
Yes,
Wasn't
that
it?
is what
Yeah.
it is called. Yeah.
I was trying to think of it.
Peacemaker spoilers.
Peacemaker spoilers. For me, is a bold statement. For me, I think this might be the best episode of streaming superhero television.
Jeez, you said it was the best streaming. What was that? Didn't you say it was the best show right now or something like that?
Best like comic book show.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Wow, this is high praise. I mean, I love Peacemakers.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. But genuinely, I think did any moment in WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, what was the other one?
Falcon Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, definitely not. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, or even What If, or some, anything like that. Even Mandalorian, Book of, I'll throw all that. Any of the genre, high quality streaming shows from any of the people. Did anything get me as invested this quickly or as emotional at a single moment as this show, but then this episode did? No, absolutely not. This episode for me was amazing. The montage towards the end where it's Chris, he's getting, high and drinking and just losing it and having those flashbacks, and we finally get a little peek behind some of the stuff.
Very unsure, but a little something.
Well, I like that we didn't find out exactly what happened.
Right.
We saw it, but we didn't know exactly. Now, whether that's because James Gunn doesn't want us to know exactly how it happened, or if there's some sort of reveal that Chris wasn't involved, but he maybe took the blame for it or something.
Right.
That's maybe what I'm thinking, is that maybe it wasn't him, but he took the blame or something like that.
Right.
But not even just that. Just we see what I assume is his first kill. We see all that stuff, as well as just where everyone else is at with the team. You know what I mean?
Right.
Economist fucked up with letting Judo Master escape. So now, and I liked that too. That before he bound him to the bed. I love that we're getting there is not a single. What is what's her name? Amy Sedaris say in this episode of Mandalorian. Sorry, Book of Boba Fett.
Oh.
Not a single scrap of fat on her. That's how I describe the writing in this show. Every minute of screen time is dedicated to character progression. Every minute is dedicated to character progression. It's crazy. Economist. He ties Judo Master up to the bed, and he's like, "Oh, that's good enough." And then, he escapes.
Yeah.
And so then in the montage, this time he hooks him up to the IV and he stations himself right next to the bed because he's I can't fuck up. You know what I mean? I cannot fuck up again. And it's that's the I love John Economist so far. Steve Agee's really bringing it. But that he's the 4th or 5th most important character on the show. You know what I mean? If not even lower. And just the fact that he is getting those moments and stuff. And then with Harcourt, just clearly hating the person that she is, but knowing that she has to deal with it and taking it out on others type of thing. And then, oh my God, Vigilante in this episode.
Oh, he kicks some ass.
He kicks some ass, absolutely. But then when he goes in the car, even before that, in the prison, when he goes, you're a bad dad.
Yeah.
And it sounded like it was the 4-year-old in him saying that.
Right.
You hurt my friend Chris. You're a bad dad. And then as soon as Robert Patrick realizes
puts
that,
it together.
Yeah, he's you see, which by the way, I'm finally done with all my Harry Potter rewatches and stuff. But the fact that Vigilante is also Cormac McLagan from the last few, it's really messing with my head because I don't know if he's just, well, I do know because J.K. Rowling didn't cast American people, but his American accent in this show is I didn't realize it was the same person.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks very noticeably the exact same because it is the same person. But his accent's that good. But his acting was amazing. But the way that his face like drops when Robert Patrick starts yelling, "My son's trying to kill me," and he's like, and Adrian's like, he's like, and then when Hardcore picks him up and he just like breaks down in the car and he's like, I think I might have made things worse.
And she has like a human moment there too.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, this guy's just trying to help his friend. You know what I mean? Like, I just loved that. Like that he was just like, you know, I'm all his like shit with like, well, I don't want you to see my face, and he has that vulnerable moment where he's just like, I'm Adrian. He's like, you know, I think I might have made things worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh shit, like it hit me. Like that whole montage at the end was like just incredible. The whole episode was really great.
Right.
The reveal with Myrn and everything. How what's her name, Adebayo, how she's just getting even more deep into shit and conflicted with, you know.
Well, and then she
at.
does, because they set up in, I think it was episode. It must have been the episode before that, where she can't kill the bodyguard, and then Judo Master is fighting Peacemaker, and then he's about to like say something, and she shoots him. He doesn't die, right?
No,
right. He doesn't die because I think.
Because he goes on that
Peacemaker's like, oh, it takes a little more than a bullet to kill that guy. Or
He said these little martial arts guys. He's like, and then he goes, you know, I've seen it before. You know, you shoot him right in the heart, they just move a kidney up there and take its place. And she was like, that's never happened. And I love that Peacemaker goes. It was like a handful of times, but it's happened. Like he's like, well, you might not have heard of it, but I mean, I have. Like it was just so funny.
Oh my god!
But yeah, every single character in the show is amazing and written so well. And I can't emphasize this enough that John Cena is an incredible actor.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to like the fact that sentence is not just true, but like resoundingly true. Like. Especially in like he is just so good, and even in the moment, you know, the tiniest moment before kind of the montage kicks off, when he goes and he asks Hardcore and he says, "What was it? Can you tell me what was in my file?"
Yeah,
and then I won't repeat it on the podcast, but he says something very derogatory, and he's like, not in like I think he says like not in like a perverted way, like it's just a fact or something, and then he kind of like. You see in his face that he regrets saying that, and then he kind of looks back at her like as if he wanted to apologize, but then he walks away.
Right.
And I was like, just that moment, like you know that. I love Marvel stuff. I love the Disney Plus shows, but like you don't get that. Like you don't get like
because in the first episode he calls that one waitress that name, and he's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, you know, I don't know, like, what do you mean? What's wrong with it? Yeah, exactly. And also, like, he's not wearing the Peacemaker outfit,
right?
Anymore. Yeah. I mean, he is wearing it like on missions and stuff, but like he's not just wearing it out in public anymore. Like I feel like he's kind of realizing that he wants to, you know. I like that we're kind of discovering who Christopher Smith is, or as well, you know, as what Peacemaker kind of stands for. But yeah, sorry, that was my rant on it. But excellent episode. I said in my review, it's the first one I've given of this show so far. I gave a 5 out of 5 for me. Like I love this.
Yeah,
episode.
I'd probably say it. I mean, for me, the whole series is 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
For me, the Myrn reveal is interesting because I think there's a shot like before that kind of end reveal where it does show him just sitting there, but it doesn't show the glass of whatever that is.
Yeah, no.
In it,
the soup.
And you're kind of like looking at him like, why is he just like sitting there like that? You know, he's just like really like he's literally just like like sitting up straight like this with like a blank expression, just watching TV, and you're kind of like, that's a little weird. And then at the end it shows that he has this long ass tongue sucker thing come out of his mouth, and he starts drinking the thing. So I'm interested to see like and obviously we know there's millions of butterflies all over the globe, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see kind of where.
I feel like it's almost too much to stop now.
Oh, like, no, I agree. So I'm interested to see kind of what just like what is going to happen
or whatever.
You know, because again, we have, Robert Patrick's kind of thing too with, he's a white supremacist and this whole thing with he's in the jail and, how is this all gonna come together?
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be something that we find out that like the butterflies are like. I feel like it's gonna be something that we find out that like the butterflies are, something to like help or something. Because either way, I feel like we're gonna learn that like, okay, the butterflies aren't a threat. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yes,
right.
They are taking over bodies.
Like, why is he trying to kill them? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, well, actually, I don't really know how it works, I feel like. I don't know how the butterflies kind of work.
Yeah, and I think purposely we don't know,
Right. Is it like a Starro situation, kind of? Like, well, Starro's like one starfish, but he has millions of other little things.
Although maybe it isn't like a hive mind thing, because then why is Myrn taking other ones out?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or maybe did Myrn just become a butterfly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe because we don't know when he became one.
Right.
But there's supposed to be an all Myrn episode coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they released the last 4 episode titles. And
okay.
I think it's episode 6 is called Myrn After Reading.
Burn After Reading.
Yeah, so it's called Myrn After Reading, and so it's like supposed to be an all him. So we'll probably find out in episode 6. So the team probably won't find out that he's a butterfly until the end of episode 5, I'm guessing. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was super interesting, but I feel like on kind of what you were saying, I feel like the end of this show, it's gonna be like father versus son. Like, I feel like the butterfly thing's gonna get resolved in like they just wanted information or so, you know what I mean? And then they're gonna leave peacefully or something, and they realize like, they don't even have to be killing the people to get rid of them or something, because there's got to be something that Judo Master's like, and you don't even know what you're fighting for.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's got some information.
Yeah, like the butterflies aren't what you think. They're, probably like they're trying to help or something, And then I think if you're talking what's the actual fight or whatever, I think Robert Patrick's going to suit up in that white dragon
Oh my
suit.
God.
Yeah, and
the whole like army of like white supremacists.
I think they're really going to go for it.
No, so do I.
Yeah,
I mean, why wouldn't you at this point?
I think they're really going to go for like specifically like the white supremacy stuff. Like, I think they're really going to do it. Like,
yeah.
What was the thing that we were just talking about? Oh yeah. Not white supremacy, just idiots, but it's like the same thing with like Don't Look Up. Like, it's like,
oh yeah,
if you watch this, are you going to realize that it's about you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if somebody that, is that kind of person, watches Peacemaker, are they going to realize like that you're the villain basically?
Have they said if there's another season?
No, they haven't. But I would love, the only thing that we know is that after all the Guardians stuff is done for the Christmas special and the 3, he's doing another DC TV show. He was he said after Guardians, my next project is a DC project, and he said, and that project is a TV show.
Gotcha.
He said, he didn't say TV show. He said that project is for HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
So it could, because they're doing Max movies and stuff. So could be a movie, could be a TV show. I hope it's a TV show though, because this is really, really good. I don't know.
Show's really funny. Oh my God.
But yeah, absolutely great show. Like, if you're not watching Peacemaker, I don't know what the hell you're doing, because it's so good.
Shout out John Cena. Very funny.